first let me import a pattern that I have already, so that I can use that to explain the visibility manager and those stuffs. When you bring a production pattern, any production pattern. Okay, all right, so let me open the pattern. So if you want to import, so now I'm coming to import something, a pattern. So yeah, when you're coming to import a pattern in Shotplus, let me show you this one before. Make sure your pattern is in this form. We save it as CSV. Make sure it is in this form. Can you see the Excel file that I've opened? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So make sure your pattern is in this form. So this is the whole ID. Don't type any heading here. So what I'm trying to say is that instead of seeing this, you add the ID. Let's say the whole ID, then your instance, audience, then type it. Your instance, or let me list. Now then your elevation. That is your Z. Then your design length. Design length. So you don't have to bring this one. It's not necessary. You show only what you want to appear in Shotplus. So the whole ID should be there. So when you are importing the pattern into Shotplus, make sure you have the whole IDs, your instance, your nodings, your elevation. This one, we know the instance, nodings, and elevation are the coordinates, right? We all know they are the coordinates. So as you can see from here, you can see X, Z, and Y, right? X and Y. So X is your instance, the Y is your nodings, and the Z is your elevation. So this one is a 3D software. You have to make sure you have the coordinate. The coordinate. Then you can also see the design length. So the length, the holes. This one is showing the coordinates that maybe this hole is positioned here, this hole is positioned here, this hole is positioned here. Then the length, this one is the design length, the length of the hole. Okay, so that means this particular hole with ID 174 has a length of 9.94, 9.94 meters deep. Okay, so make sure the data is in this format. You don't have to bring the headings. Don't need that. Okay, so now let me close it. So when you are importing the data, file, import, test file. So when you click on test file, you see this. Okay. Then you come here, file. I've saved it on the desktop. Yes, the desktop. I save the pattern, desktop. So this is how I save my pattern. So this means that the pattern is on the 96 bench, bench 96. Then I've named it 125. The P there means production. It is production pattern. So if it is trim short, trim pattern, I will make it T instead of P. Okay. And 125 that you are seeing here is that on that particular bench, the 96 bench, I started from 1. That means I'm on the 125 pattern. So I started from 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 125. So if I'm creating another pattern on that particular bench, it will change from 125 to what? 126. I will name it 126. That means on the bench 96. I'm on the 126 pattern. If it is production, you make it P. If it is trim, you make it T. If it is press plate 2, you make it I, I. Okay. All right. So you click on the pattern, then open. When you open, this is what you will see. You won't do anything here. So here, what decimal, full stop, comma, to allow these stuffs in the file path to allow these stuffs. So when you open it like this, already Shotplus has these properties. So this one, the ID X, Y, Z, you are seeing they are already in the Shotplus. Okay. And this that you are seeing here is from your data. So you will have to arrange them. That's why when I opened the Excel, I said you shouldn't add any heading because Shotplus will allow you to choose the headings. So based on your own arrangements, we all know that these are the who IDs. Okay. Hope you remember that. You shouldn't add the heading. And I said these ones are the who IDs, right? Your eastings, northerns, elevation, then the design length. So now you choose them here. So you can drag, you can click on it, then you left click and drag. So you drag and bring it here, leave it. So have you seen I've picked the ID from this side to here? Did you see that? Did someone see that?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you do the same for the eastings. Eastings are your X. So you drag, or better still, someone can decide not to drag. So you can decide to double click, double left click on your mouse. You left click, but double tap on it. Okay. This one is already occupied, so we are here. So click here, you double tap on it. You see the Y is showing here. Is someone seeing it? So where you want it to appear, so I want it to appear here, right? If you click here and you double click, it will appear here, but I want it here. So this is our Z, our animation. You do the same, you double click, it will appear here. Then it's left with the design length. So here, I'm looking for, okay, design length. So if in your data you have diameter and everything you want to include, okay, you just double click, drag them here until you fill the entire heading, right? So limit that. Okay. So after doing that, then you are done. You click on import. So when you click on import, you see this. You see this. You see this. So for this one, um, because I wanted to explain how the layers work, you should have done something before this so that you see the spacing, the burden for every stop that we choose. Okay, so when you click on import, you see this, then you just click on OK, right? This one is production, so you choose production. This is production part, you choose production, then you click on OK. After that, you see another pop-up, this one, you see this pop-up. Import successful, 93 holes. That means there are 93 holes in that pattern. So you click OK. So you see the pattern. These are the parts. These are the holes. So the reason why I wanted to import it for you to see is that I wanted you to see how to use the visibility manager. So when you uncheck the whole ID, hope you can see the whole IDs here, right?
Yeah.
BH8910. Yes. So when you uncheck this, they will go away. You see they are gone. So when you uncheck the length to see their length the length are attached to the hose. Then this one is 10.2 meters. So when you check it, the length will disappear. So when you check it, you see the diameter of the hose. So that means the diameter for all the holes is 165. That means they used 165 millimeters um bit, drill bit to drill that hole. Okay. So this is how we use the visibility manager. If you want to see the angles, so it's 0, that means the hole is vertical 90 degrees. You can see the bearing too. You can see whatever you want to see, temperature, everything. Okay, so this is how you use the visibility manager. All right. If you are coming to do tie up, so you have to make sure you check your surface time delays so that you see the delays that you will give to the host. Right. Then now you know how to use the visibility manager. And let's come to the layers. For the layers, this that you are seeing here, the glass holes. When you uncheck the glass holes, you see they have disappeared. So the eye here is whether you want something to show or disappear. When you check it, the holes will show, right? Can you all see it? We have the padlock also. This one is not necessary. If you want to show the logo, it's not necessary. So what the three things that you use normally are this one. This one you can leave it like that. So the padlock, for the padlock, when you check it, so when you check, let me start with the freeze. This one is freeze. So when you freeze it, you cannot select it. See, I cannot select the whole. I cannot select it. Hope you can see some lines, this line. Okay, so in Shotplus, when you can select the entire hose by left clicking. You left click, you hold and drag. Okay, so you hold left click, you hold and you drag. See it will come. Then you can leave the dragging. So you left click, you hold. Then as soon as you drag, you see the line. When you see the line, you stop holding that left button. So you can draw. If you want to select all the holes, I can just draw the rectangle. You click so that it will end there. Then you stretch it again. You click so that you get an edge here. You do the same. So when you do that, it will select the entire hole. It hasn't selected it because we used it to have unfreezed it. So let me do it again. You left click and hold. You click, left click once so that it will end here and you can position it in different directions. You left click again, do that again. You close it. You see it has selected all the holes at once. So if you want to select the holes, you wouldn't have to click on them one by one. So you right click anywhere, close and close the menu. They will disappear. So now we know the freeze and the lock. The lock to when you lock something, you cannot move it. You cannot move. So maybe if you want to move this hole, if you unlock it, you can move it. But if you lock it, you cannot move it. You can select, but you cannot move. Have you seen the difference? For the freeze, you can't select it at all. But for the lock, you can select it, but you cannot move it. So that's the difference. Okay. So if you are using the Shotplus and there is some layer that you cannot select, that you have to come and check your layers manager where you have frozen. If you have frozen it, you make sure you unfreeze it. Okay. And then what again? Yeah, so now you know how to import your holes. See, bring the project again. So advanced mind plus design. Then okay, yeah, let's continue. So you know how to use these ones. Windows Manager, um, that one is not that big deal. So you choose how you want your icons to appear. Then yes, okay, visibility manager. So if you don't want them to appear here too, you can just if you click on it, you can close it. Okay, click on it, close it. The same applies for this one. You close them. If you want them to appear to view, you just click on them and they will appear. If you want it to be small, so that it will just show at the edge, you click on this one, the pin, the height. Then do the same for the visibility manager, do the same for the Windows manager. Hide them. Yes. So what again? What again? Then yes, let's come to design data. Yes. So we are design data. When you come here, already you have entered the whole types. So let's start with production. So for the production, then you fill them with the production parameters, production pattern parameters. Okay. So first you have angle. The angle you are seeing here is 0. 0 means it is 90 degrees vertical. Okay. You have the bedding. So okay, let's do it together. So Bernice will do the production, someone else will do the other parts type. So production, Bernice, give us any spacing that you want. Maybe the spacing that you want to use for your production pattern. Yeah, bedding. Give us bedding. Sorry, bedding. What bedding do you want to use for your production pattern?
So let's use 5.
5. Okay, Bernice want to use
5.0.
5. 5. Okay, 5. Bedding, what Bernice, what spacing do you want to use?
Let's use 3.5.
No, your bedding cannot be bigger than your spacing. So Bernice, another spacing. You can't have your spacing size, spacing smaller than the bedding. Okay. So give me a different spacing, Bernice. Let's say Bernice, let's say 5.5. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Then target, you want parking to this target. The maximum and the minimum here you are seeing, when you enter the value, it will vary and give you a range. Okay. It will do it automatically. So I've entered 5. So the maximum, so the difference here is 0.5. So it has set the maximum to 5 and the minimum to 4.5. So it has added 0.5 to this one and subtracted 4.5 to get the minimum. So it will do it automatically. The same applies to the spacing. You see, it's added 0.5 and deducted 0.5 from this one too. So you check this one because we want staggered pattern. The reason someone will ask why staggered pattern, not square pattern. So the reason almost all the mines, open pit mines, they use target because when you use target pattern, the energy distribution is very good. I don't know the one who the other course that you did, other models, the one who explained the target and the square pattern. I don't know if he made mention that the target pattern, the energy distribution is very good. You get all the holes in, all the holes will blast. Okay, the blasting will occur there. But for square pattern, you get some portions where the energy might not reach there. So at the end of the blast, you might end up getting tools and boulders. Okay, so started the energy distribution is very good. Okay, so bench height. So Ben is what bench height are you using for your mind? What bench height do you want to use?
So let's use 11 meters.
Okay, Ben is want to use 11. And sub draw, what sub draw depth do you want to use?
So we can maintain the 1.5 or 1.0
Okay.
to make it 12
Powder.
meters.
Okay. So then you have the powder factor. Yesterday, do you remember what I demonstrated how powder factor is calculated? Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay. So the same idea. Your amount of explosives that is being pumped in each hole, okay, with the kilogram of explosive divided by your burden times your spacing times your bench height will give you the powder factor. To give you a powder factor. Okay. And the same time, so with this one, if you want to know the amount of explosives that were pumped for this particular one, change the subject. You can just multiply the bedding, spacing, bench height, and the powder factor. What you get is the amount of explosive that Venice is pumping in each hole. So when you multiply, I think you will get somewhere 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5. Can someone multiply this for us? You see, the powder factor is equal to the amount of explosives that you are pumping. Okay. So if you are pumping 120 kilogram, 120 kilogram divided by then your burden times spacing times bench height will give you the powder factor. So if you want the amount of explosives you are pumping, you can also multiply if you have the powder factor already, like this one. So okay, but still, Benis, let's assume Benis is pumping. Benis, how much explosives are you pumping in each hole? How much explosive do you want to pump in each hole? 11 meters is quite deep, so
50 kg. Or 45
50,
kg.
50 is small. It's very small. So okay, Benis, let's say you are pumping 150. Okay. Let's say you are pumping 150 kg emulsion. Can someone multiply 150 divided by the burden times the spacing times this bench height? Can someone do that for us? 150 divided by 5 times 5.5 times 11.
$375.
Okay. That's too small. That's small, but it's okay. So let's assume you are pumping 200 kilos. So use 200 kilos instead. Let's see.
Okay. 500.
200 divided by 5 times 5.5 times 11. You are getting 500. No,
Yes,
okay,
please.
I've seen why. The divided by that I'm saying means you first multiply. So it's either, oh, I can't write on this thing. So it is 200, okay, then divided by long one by the burden, multiply by the spacing, multiply by the bench height. All of them will be the denominator. You want to multiply the 200 by just the burden, then you multiply the rest by. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. Then use Excel. This is what I'm saying. So equal to, we are pumping 200, then divided by our burden, which is 5, multiplied by our spacing, 5.5, multiplied by our bench height, 11. Okay.
0.
So, yeah, so this is
Yeah,
our power factor,
0.6615.
0.66. Okay, so 0.66.
0.67 or 66, yeah.
66, okay. Then our statement. Let's say Venice want to maintain 3.5, or Venice, what statement height do you want to use?
So we can maintain the 3.5 for do 3.
3.5, I think is small for 11 meters, so let's make it 4.5. Then these ones, you can leave them default, leave them. Then what again? Okay, your design length, your design, the holes that you are designing. So we are designing, our bench height is 11.5, right? Plus our subdraw 1.5.
Yes,
So
12.5.
making, yes, 12.5. So you can see 12.5 here.
Yeah.
As a diagonal length. You are seeing air because we haven't touched on the loading rules, how you charge it. That's why. So you can change the bit. You are seeing 125 diameter bit here. So let's change it. You should click on change this one copper. So let's say when this is using 165, okay. Click OK. So it's 165. Diameter bit. Use it to draw this hole. Okay. Then you can then save, or you can continue to edit loading. I didn't want to do that because I wanted us to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow you do how you load the holes. Okay, how we load the holes, the explosives, the booster, the everything, the initiation system. So today we'll just be dealing with the parameters. So we'll leave the loading for Godwin tomorrow. So we are done. We are done with the production. So we are done with the production. And here we are choosing the drill to length. That means when they are drilling, they should drill to this length, the 12.5 meter length. Okay. You can choose drill to bench height. When you choose this one, it will choose the bench height. It won't add the sub drill. So it will just draw, the depth for the hole will be 11 meters. Have you seen the difference? But when you choose draw to length, that means it should draw to this length, the bench height plus your sub draw. Then you have draw to your reduced level. You can choose draw to floor surface too, but we are using draw to length. So that is it for production.